Rebel. Alright, what's up guys? If you're wondering why I'm wearing a hoodie and it's like 95 degrees outside, it's because I left my air conditioning on last night and it is freezing in this house. With that said, let's break it down. Today I wanted to make a video for you guys about how to make better skate videos. I watch a lot of skateboarding videos on YouTube and a lot of them have potential to be really good, but they fall short in the editing and the way they're being filmed. Now you don't have to be rich, you don't have to have the top of the line equipment to do this stuff. All I use is my iPhone 5S and a little Vivitar action cam, which I always refer to as my GoPro because that's basically what it is, a cheap version of a GoPro. This was like 80 bucks at Walmart. It's 1080p and it really is an excellent little camera. Now you can get these for as cheap as like 20-30 bucks. You can find them on eBay and Amazon. Or else you can just go right down to Walmart and grab one. So that is what I use to film my videos. Now I'm going to tell you about a few other little things right here before I get started, but I want to break down some of my videos and give you an inside explanation of how I film, where my cameras are, what kind of camera I'm using, what kind of little equipment I'm using, because it's all super cheap and really easy. It just takes some thought and some effort. I can't skate for crap. In fact, for anybody who's new to the channel, right now I can't skate at all because I injured my knee, and the healing is coming along, but it's probably going to be a little while before it can really take any kind of an impact where I can get back on a skateboard. So we've already talked about the cameras, and once again I will just say that it doesn't matter what kind of camera you have. Even if you have like an old-time gigantic VHS camera that sits on your shoulder, you can still make really good videos. The next thing I want to show you is this cheap little thing right here. Now these you can get at Walmart for like 12 bucks. It is a fisheye and it clamps right onto your phone. Now I'm using my phone right now to film, so I'll use this little notebook to show you what I mean. But basically, if this is your camera right up here, you take this, you clamp it right on, and it becomes a fisheye camera. I like to use these in my videos for close-up shots of my feet on the board when I'm skating around, when I'm pushing. It just gives it that much more of an impact and looks that much better. Like I said, these are like 12 bucks at Walmart. This one right here, I ordered off the internet from eBay for like $2 and free shipping. You kind of have to play with it a little bit to get it to fit on your phone and over that little camera perfectly, because the little clip back here, it's got a little bit of rubber stuff on it so that it'll hold on there and not slip off, but it still will slip off if you're not careful. And if they hit the cement, the little lens here, it can get scratched, and that will ruin the whole thing. That's why I buy them from China for 2 bucks a piece. I order like 10 of them at a time. Next thing I want to show you is something that I bought, and I don't use it very often, but this is a little lapel mic. And this thing, again, was only like, I don't know, 4 or 5 bucks. I think it came from China as well. And when you order on eBay from China, it takes weeks to get here, but it's worth it because it's so much cheaper. You can see it's in this little protective box. I mean, it really is a nice little piece of equipment. And this one does have a wire on it, but you can get them wireless. You plug it right into your phone, and then you clip it on your shirt, maybe right here. I'll even show you how it works, and you can see the difference in the in how it sounds. So now we have that mic plugged in there, so I'm trying to talk a little bit quieter because I'm still trying to perfect how to use this. One time I used it and I talked really loud and it was just really scratchy. So you have to remember, you have a mic right here that's basically in your mouth when you're talking. But it's a really nice little piece of equipment, and I'm going to take it off of here now because I'm way too hyper to talk softly. Now that's the kind of thing that Aaron Cairo and the guys on Braille use, but theirs are wireless, and most of the time you don't even see them, but that's why Aaron Cairo can be 15 feet back from the camera, and you can still hear him like he's right up there in your face. Now the next thing I'm going to show you here is something that, again, is very cheap. These are industrial-sized twist ties. It has like a rubber coating on here, really soft. This is like, I don't know, 15 inches maybe, something like that. These are actually made so that you can twist things together like brooms and things like that. But these are perfect for filming skating because you can take your camera, you basically just wrap this around your camera, twist it, and then you've got this much stuff left to actually wrap it around something else like a fence. And you can do all kinds of awesome things like this if you need to attach it to a fence, a tree, a chair, anything. You can even attach it to your arm like this. It just wraps right around, and you can get some of these that are longer or shorter. You can find them in any size you want, and they are perfect for setting up different angles and putting a camera somewhere where you otherwise would not be able to put a camera. I've even done this where I wrap it right around my water bottle at the park set that there. And of course you got to have enough water left in it where it's going to hold it steady. But you can set it right on the ground and then position this camera any way you want it. Really is an awesome piece of equipment to have with you that is super cheap. You can find them at Walmart, hardware stores, or again, eBay or Amazon. And they come in a variety of colors, so if you want to be incognito, or if you have two cameras going at once and you have like one up in a tree over here, and your other camera is pointing that way and you don't want it to see the yellow up in the tree, you can just wrap it in a black one, and then it basically just disappears into the background. Now the last piece of equipment I'm going to show you, again, is super cheap. You can find these on clearance everywhere for like $1 a piece, and that is just a regular selfie stick. Now, I have one of these things up here, because when I put my phone on, it just clamps right in there. But when I put my phone on there, I want to make sure it's not going to fall. So I put this on here, wrap it around the phone, and it holds it right into place. These selfie sticks, they expand, and this is what I use to film my feet on the board. You can hold it in any direction you want, all the way around. You can make swinging motions. You can spin it all the way around you. You can film yourself like this, you know, your feet, whatever you want to do. And it gets some really awesome footage. If you do it right and you hold it out to the side so you catch your feet pushing, it's almost just as good as having somebody else film it because it's following right alongside you. So now let's get into some of my footage, and I'm going to show you and kind of explain to you what of these things I'm using, what cameras I'm using, where they are sitting, how they are positioned, things like that. That way you guys can take this information and go out and make better skate videos on your own. And please, I would love to see them. If you use any of this information I've given you and you make some skate videos and you want me to see them, comment below and let me know, and I will go to your channel and watch those videos. Do not post a link though, because it will go to my spam folder and I won't see it. Okay, I'm going to shut up in just a second here and let you watch this whole video, how it plays out first, as originally intended with the music and everything, and then we're going to come back to it and I'm going to break it down for you. This is actually a video I made, I believe, on the 4th of January or something. I was starting to do a Skate Every Day series, and it proved to be harder than I thought because I ended up getting bronchitis and things like that. But like I said, in this one I'm going to show you some of my different camera angles, how I filmed it, basically step by step, really to show you that a good video can be made in less than 30 minutes. Now, of course, that doesn't include the editing at home, but as far as filming it, you can run out, you can get the whole thing done in less than 30 minutes and get back home. Okay, I think this is a good one to start with. So the first thing we see here is a time lapse of the clouds. When I got to the skate park, I set down my GoPro and started filming while I went back to the car and I filmed these first intro clips. Grabbing the sticker, putting it back on this trash can where it was taken off by the parks department. When I was done with that, I came over and I set down my GoPro facing one direction and my iPhone facing the other. The iPhone is what I'm using that is facing directly at me. You can kind of always tell the GoPro because it's a little bit darker. Basically all of this was planned out. You know, I pull out the board, I push it into the skate park, and then I start skating. Now I skate past the iPhone and past the GoPro. You see how it turns into one seamless edit that looks like I just simply came in and skated past. Now you can accomplish this with two cameras, or if you only have one, you can skate past it, then you can stop, turn that camera around, and skate past it again, and when you edit it together, it will come out seamlessly and look the same way like you just skated right past it and kept going. Now I left those cameras sitting in the same place while I did a little bit of skating around, and you purposely skate back and forth in front of the camera to get these several passes. Now we move on to the selfie stick aimed at my feet. I move the selfie stick around. You see how good of an impact it makes when my foot comes really close to the camera. I made one pass around the entire skate park, and you will see that kind of footage spread out throughout this video. Now in this shot we have the iPhone attached to the fence with one of those industrial twist ties. It's on there nice and tight so it's not shaking, and behind the ramps I have my GoPro on the ground, and it's also filming, so I can make several passes around the skate park, and I have two cameras picking it up at the same time, so I get twice the amount of footage in one shot. Now here's the GoPro shot sitting on the ground. Now we go back to the footage of the selfie stick getting my feet, and then right back to another angle. Now this one, the iPhone is sitting on a small quarter pipe, and across the park on the bigger quarter pipe is the GoPro filming at the exact same time. And you'll see this in a minute when it switches. Right here we're looking through the GoPro, and you cannot see the camera on the other smaller quarter pipe over there. But if you go back and forth in this video, you can match up these lines, and you can see where I took the exact same line from each different camera and edit it together. And in the end here we go right back to a final shot from the selfie stick, and as you see I just move the camera around my feet as I push and skate, and it basically looks like someone's following along with me. Although if they were, you'd never get that really cool swing around the nose or the close-up shot of the wheels.